Often we hear that saving money is easier said than done. Joining us to discuss a few simple ways to make that process easier is Roland Kljunich, President and CEO of Roland Financial Wealth Management. Roland, saving money seems to fall into that category of things I'll get to later for most people, but you have a couple tips to help people begin better habits of saving. And your first tip is to isolate money that you're spending money from your savings account money. Tell us a little bit about that idea.
Sure, Jill, I'd be glad to. This method of isolating your spending dollars from your saving dollars can make spending and saving a whole lot easier. Here's how it works. Start by putting aside the money you want to save as soon as you get paid in a separate account. As for the actual money you plan to spend, you can leave it in your checking, put it on a separate debit card, use something like Apple Pay, or keep it in actual cash. And I say that because even though we're moving away from a paper money society, actual cash in your hand still feels more valuable, more real than other forms of currency. And it forces you to really think before you open your wallet.
Well, Roland, your next tip is going to be painful for some of us. Cut your dining out in half.
Yep, I get it. I'm a foodie too. So here's the thing. The average family spends at least $225 per month going out for dinner. Scaling this back is one of the simplest ways to save money each month. Money you can then add to your savings or investments. Now, that doesn't mean you have to stay home and eat hot dogs and hamburgers every night, because I wouldn't do that either. But by cutting half of your dining out, you'll start seeing some significant gains back in your pocket. And by the way, pack a lunch for work too. Not only is it healthier, it's also much less expensive.
So true. Roland, I like your next point too, which is to negotiate everything. Tell us about that.
Right. Well, it's funny. We have a saying at our house, and it goes like this: if you don't ask, you don't get. Just about everything is negotiable. You might be able to negotiate dental bills by paying up front at a discount. I know people that have saved up to 20% at the dentist. In addition, you can often negotiate with credit card companies to reduce your interest rates. Your cable TV, satellite bill is negotiable to a degree as well. You can often get better pricing and sometimes bonus programming just by telling them you're shopping other providers. And again, these are just a few examples, so remember, if you don't ask, you don't get.
And your last point is to use the 30-day rule. What is that exactly?
Well, the 30-day rule is going to stretch most people's instant gratification muscle. Avoiding instant gratification with a purchase is one of the most important rules of personal finance. And waiting 30 days to decide on a big purchase is an excellent way to implement this rule. Here's the other thing. Quite often, after a month has passed, you'll find the urge to buy that shiny object has passed, saving you money in the long run, hopefully for retirement. And the goal with these 4 simple points is ultimately to funnel more of your hard-earned money into savings and a retirement fund you can bank on later. And that's a win-win.
Roland Kljunich, thank you so much, President and CEO of Roland Financial Wealth Management. Great advice tonight. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Jill.
And stay with us. JET 24 Action News continues after this.